Yeah, this is this and this is my video response to a couple of videos. Actually, two videos. One from Vicious Dave and the other from Mr. Bit. And ST Mobile, or aka DR Road Trip, I guess didn't make a video. I wouldn't know, but there's just been some things going on and other stuff. But this is regards to why Apple switched to Intel. Mr. Pitt was mostly right. Vicious Dave, I guess, kind of right. But I'm sorry, DR, you were... I don't know where you got that reply, or where you got that whole Apple was copying Windows. First of all, I'm going to say the real reason why Apple switched to Intel, and the real reason why Apple switched to Intel was quite basically profit and money. And basically, here's the deal: if you can go have a time machine and you looked at the older Apples that were being made with PowerPC processors, you would find that the power processors were, I mean, those computers were about 20 times, even 30 more pricier than, you know, of their counterparts, or PC counterparts, because of the fact that the power processors were more expensive to make, and not very many of them were being shipped out, and which, you know, why Apple had short numbers. And Apple switched to Intel because Intel was just spewing, you know, Intel processors out, having 2-for-1 sales, all that other shit. And basically, and also they said they were willing to go mobile, which also made Apple happy. But the fact that here was a processor that was being manufactured over and over and over, and, you know, it could be put into their computers and be shipped out just over and over, instead of having shipping problems or delays because, you know, IBM you know, was basically dicking with Apple, and so forth and so forth. Of course, even more back then in time, it would probably be IBM and Motorola, since both IBM, Motorola, and Apple helped in the development of power processor, or at least that's what I've heard. But yeah. Now, as far as what I think about Windows and why I think Microsoft's evil, well, I just look up Microsoft FUD and you'll understand why I hate Microsoft. I mean that, DR. For someone who likes Linux, you should honestly look up Microsoft FUD. It's messed up garbage. But other than that, oh, and OMEs. Apple being an OME now, I just wanted to add this little bit in there and say that technically, if you look at Apple, since the beginning of their birth and conception, Apple has always been an OME. They just had a power processor in there, but technically that doesn't change them from being an OME at all. They were technically always an OME. And the reason why Mac OS X was able to work on Linux, on PCs so well, is quite simply, it's a Unix-based operating system. I mean, that right there says that it's going to work on a Mac or a PC. I mean, since BSD already works on just about every Intel box and AMD box and so forth and so forth and so forth, blah blah blah. But other than that, that's just it. But Apple switched to Intel's because it was just cheaper, easier to manufacture, and they wouldn't have whole product lines go to a complete halt when IBM would say, oh, we don't have enough power processors to give to you, Apple, sorry. And it's like, yeah, and then our entire product line just stopped because of that, because we got no processors to put into the damn machines. But yeah. But then again, IBM seems to have enough power processors to give to the gaming consoles, both Nintendo Wii and the Xbox 360. Yeah. But then again, what's said is said, and what's done is done.